Hey everyone, this is Sean. If you have children around or sensitive adults, go ahead and watch this video somewhere where they can't hear it. Today, tonight, this morning, whatever time it is that you're watching this video, I'm going to be a little bit animated. Not too long ago, I did a video on duty belt setup. And I'm going through the comments, and a lot of you are mentioning that you can't carry a baton or you can't carry pepper spray. Let's address that. I don't think it's worthwhile to leave that employer if that employer is not allowing you to carry a baton, if they're not allowing you to carry pepper spray or a taser. I don't think it's worthwhile just to leave that company. Now, in many cases, we're assuming that this is an armed capacity. My suggestion, if you are carrying an armed capacity, you have a baton. Preferably you have a taser if you're trained, and a chemical agent if you are trained. You want to have the baton, the chemical agent, the taser, because these are less lethal options. But if they are only allowing you, now this is assuming you're armed, if they are only allowing you to carry one of those options I mentioned, or even a Berna or pepper ball, if they're only allowing you to carry one of those less lethal options, I don't think it's worthwhile to leave this company. What you basically have running the company is somebody that's somewhat incompetent or that doesn't have the balls to step up to the client. Because one less lethal option might not be effective. Taser, as we all know it, isn't 100% effective. It's not even 90% effective. I've seen studies where it's like 50% effective. So taser doesn't work. Well, you can use a non-flammable pepper spray. That doesn't work. Use a baton. Obviously, use a reasonable amount of force. But to give away or to take away all less lethal options is something that is reckless. It's not legal advice. It's not professional advice. But I'll suggest to you, if your employer does not allow you to carry any less lethal option, you basically have a dumbass as an employer. Now, this is assuming that you're armed. A dumbass. I wouldn't even work for this employer, because this employer is not concerned for your safety at all. Doesn't even care whether or not you're going to be prosecuted later on. If you end up having to use lethal force, what are you going to say to the investigator when they ask about your less lethal options? You're going to say your employer didn't let you? Well, yeah, you're stuck with that statement. Should you have less lethal options? Of course. Now, the next question is, knowing, again, they're talking to you. You're under criminal investigation for homicide. They have you in the interview room and you waive your right against self-incrimination. And they ask you, why would you work for an employer knowing that you can't carry any less lethal options, knowing that there's a good likelihood, that you might have to use that firearm one day? Now, is this argument, is it going to be successful? I don't know, but this is an argument that they're going to push. Most of you have not sat on a table where they're trying to prosecute you for homicide or attempted homicide. Most of you have not. But I will say that about 11% of you have. And how about we learn from that 11%? How do I know this? Because I did a survey. So leave that employer because you have an idiot. I don't care if they're your captain, your sergeant, your security chief. An idiot is running this organization that lacks the fortitude, that lacks some balls to tell the client, I will absolutely not accept this contract unless my officers are given less lethal options. You're only giving them a lethal option. And there's a likelihood that they're going to have to use that lethal option because they can't de-escalate with less lethal options. So all they're stuck with is their hands and then a gun. It's just a total escalation. So please, please do everybody a favor. Put in your 2-week notice or no notice and walk out from these employers. I don't care if this is a government employer or a private employer. You got to leave because you, not your employer, is going to be right behind that criminal investigation desk. Now let's talk about body armor. I did a study, and please go to the community section tab of YouTube and please let us know whether or not your employer will allow you to wear body armor. 114 of you took the survey, and 75% of you told me that you are that you are allowed to carry or wear body armor. That means 25% of you are not allowed to wear body armor. It doesn't matter whether this is an unarmed post or armed post, you should be able to wear body armor. Now, I see that some employers or clients don't want you to appear tactical, and that's absolutely fine. So why not let our officers wear concealable body armor? And the concealable body armor of today is different than 20 years ago. You could still tell that they're wearing body armor, but not everybody thinks that you're wearing body armor. Other security officers, law enforcement officers, they might realize that it's body armor, but the majority of the customers or clients that you interact with on a daily basis won't even notice. 25%. You know what we have? Is that we have absolute morons, idiots, dumbasses that are in charge of these private security companies or that even own the security companies. Unbelievable. You have pure dumbasses. And right now I'm designing the legal infrastructure on this channel that I need in order to be more open. But there's going to be a day when I'm going to publish your face, throw it all on the internet, and everybody could see what a coward you are. A coward. They can see your bitch face or your little dickhead face all over the internet. Because you don't give a damn about your security staff. You only care about the money. That's it. That's it. I can't wait for the day that I'm going to just post a bunch of dumbass pictures of you all over the internet. And you know who I'm talking about. There's quite a bit of security companies that are a little bit bothered by me because they feel a little bit insecure because I'm calling them out. I don't care. I really don't care sometimes. I will call you out. If you're a coward, I will call you out. Some people are saying, Sean, be careful. You can get sued. Yeah, you can get sued for slander. What's the defense of slander? The truth. The truth, the absolute truth. That's a defense to slander. These companies that don't allow you to wear body armor are selfish. They're in it just for the money. They don't care about you. Get up and leave right now. If you're working at a post and your employer does not allow you to wear soft body armor, which is essentially protective gear, safety gear. Remember, OSHA oversees employees, and they make sure that you are in a safe environment. I would argue that not allowing an officer to wear soft body armor or any body armor is an OSHA violation. And if you're an employer or your supervisor that's telling them not to wear body armor, oh, you wait and see. Because I will do a video and I will help these guys file a lawsuit against you. Guys, I've been down some rocky paths in my past. And I know how to win legally. And I will encourage everyone else how to win legally. But that's just not right. That's not right. Private security officers working at any post should have an absolute right to carry body armor. I worked at a post before, and one of the supervisors mentioned, oh, you can't wear body armor. So I looked at him, I smiled, and guess what? I still wore body armor the next day. I don't need to listen to you. I'm the captain of my own ship. I determine my own destiny. You're not going to tell me how to be safe. You work for one of these companies right now, get off your post, walk away. It's not legal advice, not professional advice. That's what I would do. Get up and walk. Don't even give these companies a 2-week notice. Why? Because that's being inconsiderate, because they are being inconsiderate because they're not allowing you to wear body armor. They don't have the levels to approach the client and say, look, I understand your concern about body armor, but my officers cannot protect this post in its entirety unless they're protected themselves. And that body armor that you're choosing them not to wear is going to protect them from most handgun rounds. They're able to go home to their family. They're able to go home back to their community and work another day for you. They put their life on the line. The least that you can do is respect their decision to wear body armor. Body armor, guys. I'm done.